Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Bling Bling Jam YouTube station. Today, I have with us brand new balloon brand. We're so excited to have them, Elitex Balloons. These are the owners. They are a family, and they are ready to join our family. So we're excited about that at Bling Bling and more. But before we talk about Elitex a little, well, we're going to talk about Elitex a lot, but I want you guys to get to know them as people, like why they fell into the balloon business, like what they did before, how excited they are about being in the balloon business, where they're from, and so much more. So I know we have Kathleen, who we always say ladies first, is anyway, who started in the balloon business, right? And you live in Georgia with your husband Carlos, who's right on there with you as well. And of course, Luis is up in Canada. Okay, and they're all related for sure. Okay, as well. And they all are all the owners. But let's start this off. Kathleen, I want you to introduce yourself to everybody since you were in the balloon business, right? How long you've been doing it? What got you started in the balloon business? They know that. Maybe what you did before, and all you guys then can answer like how you fell into Elitex, but that's another story, and how the big career change happens. I know some of the story, and I think everybody watching this will find that really interesting, as they want to know who you guys are. So take it away, Kathleen.
Yeah, so hi Steve and hi
Oh,
everyone. So much for the invitation. We are so happy to be here, thank you for introducing us. But my name is Kathleen
welcome.
Matero, as many of you have probably seen on social media. We are the owners of Elitex, and we are real excited to be here. Um, just going back to our story, the main reason why we started, with the idea of bringing in the Elitex brand, was because I am a balloon artist. I first started with my kids' events back in ends of 2018, 2019, right before the pandemic started. And
Right.
I, and of course, the pandemic hit when I was just like getting my business up and running.
Uh-huh.
Um, I've been in love with the events and balloon industry for a while. And I always wanted to do something for myself, not only as a decorator, or, we also have the rentals for events.
Oh,
So
really?
products.
I didn't know
So
that.
yeah, and we were so excited, like really excited to find something that we can bring with the name of my company, something that I wanted to own something and be able to sell it out there for the artist to use for their events. So we had the idea came up that I wanted to bring balloons, because there
Yeah.
were a few balloon companies out there. I didn't know. I mean, there was probably more, than you think. Now that we are in the balloon industry, we can see that there's plenty more, but the ones that were out there recognized in the industry were only a few. So it was
Yeah.
something that really like kind of like pushed me to find. It took some years. It took a long time to finally
Sure. Yeah.
and I told my husband Carlos. I told him about the idea. He was very supportive. We started
Yeah.
looking, and Luis was in our path, in our
Yeah.
way. He was actually the one that helped us out a lot
Awesome.
to find the brand, and we finally found it.
Right. Right. Wow. That's great. That's great. So, okay, I don't know what to call you all, but I know you guys are all owners. Like what, and I think I had this conversation with you, Luis. I was just getting, not that positions mean anything, but I don't know like what's everybody's role. I know a little bit, but I don't really know. Can you share that? I
Right.
mean,
So yeah,
yeah,
of course. So we don't really have like titles
yeah,
because I mean there's only three of us. That makes no sense. We all wear many different hats. But
yes.
the division of roles right now, the
I love it.
division of roles is Kathleen takes care of everything that is community building, anything that has to do with
Yeah,
marketing, and of course making sure that the products are more like the quality testing. She's the one that says
got it.
yes, this product works or does not, and
Yeah,
any type of changes or modifications that we do to the products, which by the way we're
yeah,
going through quite a few right now, everything goes through her.
yeah.
So
And that
she's
makes sense
she's
because
the
field.
yeah, anything creative, anything to do with colors or anything like that goes through Kathleen.
Yeah.
Carlos, he is the people person. He is the one that is in charge
There's
of
no question
sales.
about that. Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So he's in charge of sales, more like taking care of customers and building a community from that side of the equation. And I do operations. So I make sure that everything is there in time. I do logistics, I do procurement, I do
Yeah.
financing and accounting, I do basically everything else.
I
Um,
see.
that's more or less the division of responsibilities right now.
Oh, cool. Very cool. That's awesome. Amazing. Um, and circling back to that about Kathleen being in the field, I mean, that is like huge because the thing is, some people could have been in the field and then they've left it, right? And they don't have their hands still in it. And so they have experience, but not necessarily the current experience, you know what I'm trying to say, of many things. So that's really huge, actually. It's great. It's basically, she's one of us, you know what I'm saying? So that's you know what I'm saying? That's the
Absolutely.
delivery piece.
Absolutely.
So
One of us.
yeah,
One.
right. Like, people want to know
Yeah,
that, which is
absolutely.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's basically why we decided to move forward with bringing Elitex to the market. Is because she
Yeah.
was. We had a conversation last year, basically when we actually started to work on this, and she told me like, yeah, there are several brands. They all have its thing, but there is not one that covers most
Yeah.
things, right? Like, yeah, there is this one, but there is that one, but. So what we wanted to do is every brand is going to have something, and I'm not saying
Yeah.
that our products are perfect.
Yeah.
What we are trying to work towards is to bring something that will work for most people, that those bats are either minimized or somehow taken care of. And we're trying to listen to the industry, to the community, and taking their feedback and try to improve as much as we can.
We got that, and that's great. That's great. So we'll get back to that in a minute. And I know I'm all over the place here too. Luis, you told me before what you did. I know it's totally different, but it's good to know, right? Like, what did you do before for work, and what was your focus before you you
Before
started?
I became a balloon guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so before balloons, I have lived different lives. So my background from school, from education, and from a little bit of industry is finance.
Yes.
But then from there on, I've gone through different lives. I've done sales inside and outside. That means selling to clients or purchasing from vendors.
Yeah.
And that entails a lot of negotiations and contracts and managing deals. I've done logistics. I've done project management. I've done uh, a lot of different things for the past 10 years. I worked for a company, a multinational,
Yeah.
that was basically opening offices in Europe. So my role was basically to take care of large accounts and do literally everything from opening an office to organizing their current operations, try to consolidate and optimize and do a lot of the things that, funny enough, a lot of that experience has been translated very nicely into this business. So a lot of the lessons learned and a lot of the things that you just learn by doing, the
Yeah.
mistakes, the FYIs, cross this here, check this, that.
Yeah.
All of that has been applied, and I think that has allowed us to explode in the sense that have the right products in the right volumes, talk to the right people, and just do what we're doing.
Yeah. So with your background, it's great for Texas future because basically you're gonna be around for a long time. That's what I think.
That's the intention.
That's good. That's good. Oh, seriously, that's good. So
And I think that's why
yeah. I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Carlos.
And I think that's why we have a great team, because Luis, with all his knowledge, all his experience, and Pamela knowing the industry very well.
Exactly.
And me because of Spanish only, as the only reason.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
But no, I think that's the reason why it has been such a success and such a good response from the industry, having Luis and Pamela knowing exactly the logistics, the products, knowing the industry.
Also, we are mainly, that's why we don't have the titles, because we complement each other.
I can
So
see that. Now they have you guys all together. So I can see that. Yeah.
Right. But it's also the fact that we do everything. So for example, when Kathleen is working on a particular project for marketing material or things like that, she doesn't have time, or hey, I need support on this. Well, either Carlos and I jumped in.
That's great.
There's something technical to work on for, I don't know, website or anything like that. Well, it's gonna be Carlos and I. If it's sales, it's gonna be Carlos and I. If it's gonna be something for going to an event, chances are it's going to be Carlos and Kathleen. So it's usually more than one person doing something. So that's why it's difficult to put ourselves on titles, but it's more like who's responsible on coordinating a particular type of task, even though that person might not be the only one actually performing the job.
Right. Very cool.
Exactly.
Now, everybody here is from, well, I don't know. Actually, I think so. You guys are all from Colombia, South America originally, right?
That's correct.
Oh, awesome. How long have you, no, well, I'll start with you, Luis. How long have you been here, and what made you go to Canada versus not with your cousins? And I'm just asking you, United States.
Yeah, no problem. Absolutely. So, we lived in the US for a while, and then I wanted to go to Montreal for schooling.
Oh,
and
I almost did that myself.
A chance to learn French, and I just wanted to have like a bit of a change and things like that. And everything went well. We moved to Canada, and my parents were like, "Hey, you know what? We're coming with." So they moved here, and they liked it. And
wow,
now 20-something years later, we're actually all over the globe. I have one of my sisters, stayed back, but there's a family across the globe, really.
right.
We also had the chance to travel places. As I mentioned, we also lived for about 5 years in Europe. We went in Germany, Switzerland, France. My wife at a point was living in Poland, so we've been a little bit all over the place.
Yeah. Wow. That's interesting. I don't know if we talked about that, but my parents met in Montreal, right? Did I tell you that?
No, you didn't.
Yeah. My father was born in Montreal, and he spoke English. Cool. My mom was Armenian, but she spoke Armenian and French. She came from France. I met my father there, didn't understand him. And then she came to Boston, and my father followed her. So all my relatives, my first cousins on both sides, live in Montreal. Matter of fact, my aunt was just here last week from Montreal. So I too almost went to school there. I speak French as well. So that's really interesting. I didn't know that about you. So this is great. This is what these things are awesome. That's very cool. That's great. That's great. Cool. Hello.
He wants to say hello.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Listen, we're a family business. It's great. So that's awesome. So Carlos, how about you? What did you do before? And what's your story? I know in terms of like your business background, in terms of I know with with your wife, you got on the balloon thing with Elitex, and I understand all that, but how long you been here? Like what brought you to Georgia? I'm just curious so people can know.
So my dad was the one who moved to Georgia.
Oh, got it.
And we pretty much follow right behind him.
Right.
And he told me, Carlos, you either go to school or I'll send you back to Colombia. So
that sounds like
he's one of those he's an old school type of guy. So I was like, oh my God, my dad's gonna deport me. So I need to make sure I go to school. So I went for engineering.
Right.
I have worked as an engineer for the last 10 years. So that's why when I was thrown into this industry of balloons with this energetic bunch of people with all this passion and all the amazing decorations and people having fun. And
you supported your wife, awesome. Which is perfect, right?
Yeah, my wife was started doing decorations, right? So I was the one who build like stands, help her move things. I was like, okay, I know Urban. Oh my God, I know Urban. Okay, sure, I'll help you out. Last minute things like, oh, I need to build a stand. I was like, okay, I'll do an all-nighter for you, honey. I love you.
Right.
And I was
balloon balloon
you
art. That's typical.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I know how to do a few animals in balloons because of Pame and messing with
Oh,
balloons.
you're gonna learn that at Bling Bling Jam. That's what we do especially.
I love it. I want to learn more.
Yeah.
But Pam and I have always had a very supportive relationship. We met while I was in school, and I had two jobs because I didn't want to graduate. I want to graduate debt free. So she
Yeah.
was super supportive from the beginning because I had no money.
Yeah.
I was completely broke, but she was there supporting me from the beginning. And then it has always been like that since we have been married 10 years now.
Yeah.
In December, it's going to be 10 years.
Right.
And from the beginning, it has been a relationship with we support each other. So when she actually first brought the idea for bringing a balloon brand, I was like, oh, okay, sure. That's what you want, honey. Well, let's plan it out for the for the process. But I wasn't thinking of it being like going to amount to like such a big thing that it has been going towards.
It's a big thing,
but
for sure.
And all the different tasks, all the things that we need to do, and all the different parties that came along with this venture. And like I said, ever since I went to floats, I was like, oh my God, these people are just awesome. This industry is amazing, and we just fell in love with it ever since.
That's great.
That's how I'm used to the engineering side, and the engineering side where everyone's like very
right.
This is the numbers, and that's it. Okay.
Well, there's two different kinds of engineers. Many that don't have a personality, but you have a personality. Thank God. So that's good. That's great. Great. No, it
might be my bipolar disorder going through.
Oh, stop.
Now you can see why he's on sales, right? Like he has a personality.
There's a lot of bipolar people in the blue world. Yeah. How did you bring Luis into the mix?
So of course, he's my cousin, and he is the mania behind everything, right? The guy with the numbers, the guy with the logistics, the guy knowing. So Pam is the vision, and Luis is the making it happen, right? And I'm just in between, kind of like, what do you guys need me to do? I got you guys.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's fun. That's great. Yeah. And you guys, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Tell me.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what else to ask you. Okay, so about you guys. Okay, so great. Anything else you want to share about you guys personally, so people can know who you are a little bit better? Anything else about your background?
Well, if anybody wants to learn how to dance salsa, Bling Bling Jam, hit us up. We do dance lessons. We'll help you out. We'll give you the 1, 2, 3 steps. Get you going. You help us. You help me teach some. Learn some twisting, and I'll teach you some salsa.
Right. Oh, that's great. So you guys are all from Colombia, South America originally, and I know you have a similar food. I've been to Venezuela years ago, and you have those amazing arepas. Oh my God. I used to go to the Venezuelan restaurant in Boston called La Casa de Pedro, and it was like so good, but not there anymore. It's gone. But that's great. It's very similar. Oh, that's awesome. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Before we're going to go on to Elitex. So, but was there anything else you guys want to share that we forgot about? Did we miss anything about your personal life, about anything else that you want to share to the balloon people about you that you think they should know?
Nothing I can think of on my side, but anything that people will be curious to know, please stop by our booth at the event at Bling Bling, and happy to share and discuss anything that you like.
They will, but this is going to be on YouTube after Bling Bling as well, so they might comment and stuff too, because we have people doing virtual Bling Bling too, so they're all around the world, so you never know what questions.
We love hearing about people, their experience with balloons, their experience with our balloons, what they want to see from the Elitex brand. We love hearing comments. We love talking to people. We'll spend hours with anyone that wants to talk about balloons and what they want to see, what they don't have in the industry. So please hit us up. You can find us in Instagram or Facebook, and if you want to hit us up, please do.
Yes. So so let's talk about Elitex now, like completely. So okay, you guys opened up in November. Was that when you guys had your actual launch, if I remember, of your company?
The company kind of technically yes, but the brand launched officially in May.
In May, okay. And I understand that this balloon, they come from Thailand, right? And that you guys did
That's correct.
extensive research on the environment and all different things about the quality. And I know that my good friend from All American Balloons, Crystal, loves you guys. And of course, she'll be at Bling Bling Jam, and she definitely did her due diligence before she worked with you guys. She said, "Oh, I'm definitely working with this brand," which is truly exciting. But you told me some things. I think both of you, like Carlos and Luis, when I first started talking to you guys, and I don't know who was I don't remember, but I know you told me some things about the research that went into it to go to Thailand, and that you checked out the environment stuff and all that. But who wants to answer that and share a little bit about what you guys did to make sure this was like good quality? And you did a lot of research, you told me.
Absolutely, absolutely. So from a different projects, I knew that latex usually comes, like good quality latex comes from Southeast Asia. Right
Yeah,
off the bat,
yeah.
I knew a location to look into, and then from that point on, I knew that also that Thailand is the largest producer country of latex in the world. I didn't know it was 63%, but so I had pinpointed like top three top five countries already from that point. And then we started to look into different type of like who's doing what, look at the quality, things like that. So we managed to find the largest manufacturer of balloons in Thailand. The quality of their latex is incredible. It's basically the same quality used for medical gloves and for baby products.
I see.
So as you can, right off the bat is top of the line quality. And then when we were discussing with them, we knew like they had all the certifications, all the material data sheets, everything that was required from not only a legal and technical point of view,
Yeah.
but the business culture, the team, they're just incredible. We just fell in love with them,
Oh, that's
and
great.
they're so easy to work with, and it's just been such a pleasant experience all around that we're super excited to just bring this in this brand and just blow it out of the water, just make it a global thing.
Oh, that's great. And when you're talking about the other things, you mean they are the products are like eco-friendly is what you meant, right? Correct?
100%
Right.
latex,
Uh-huh.
100% natural latex, so eco-friendly. I think the time to takes to decompose is about 3 years.
Oh, wow, you even know that. Wow. No one's ever given us
Yeah,
that. Well,
that's because it is natural latex. There are no, like, there's always additives that you need to have to make a
yeah,
balloon, but nothing that will make it like like, you know what I mean, a non
yeah,
environmentally friendly.
exactly. Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, Kathleen had a big role in this, right? In terms of the brand, would you say, Kathleen? Yes, of using the balloons.
A big role.
A big role.
Instrumental. She's
Yeah,
she's the one. She's the one that says yes, this
right.
works or this doesn't.
Correct. Correct. Okay.
Uh, we
When you first found it, what did you do? You just got a bunch of the balloons and just tested them out, I'm sure, and really ripped them apart. I would say, right?
The
Yeah.
house was a mess
Was it a mess? Awesome. Who
for
was picking it up?
several weeks.
That's great. All right, all right.
on the on the balloons. We actually were taking a lot of we have timelines with them, just to make sure that the quality was really good. It took a while, to make the decision. Of course, we had other manufacturers, but we were trying to find the right one. So it's nice that we were able, to do the testing and all these type of things. And they also listened to us, like, we're working along with the manufacturer, and they are also helping us out improve the quality. Just because, of course, we want to try to bring the perfect product. It's hard, but it's not impossible. We're trying our best.
Right.
Manufacturers also trying their best, and
Right.
we're always improving the quality. Like, it's always going to be improvement for us. That's why we're always asking everyone, to give us their feedback, any comments, anything like that. We're also going to do it at Bling Bling Jam with our 160s, 360s.
Yeah, it was you're introducing some testing of 160s and 360s. Exciting. Oh, that's
We're
great.
field for the first time. We brought plenty from Thailand. They try to make the best of the best to
Yeah.
bring for the artists to take to test and see how they do. We have already had All American some testing done by some of Twisters, and
Yeah.
we have great feedback from them. But we're really excited, to know about everyone that's gonna come into Bling Bling Jam and test them out.
Yeah.
Along with we are also working on a video for artists so they can see the process of how our balloons are made. Like we're gonna be
nice.
transparent, with the quality process,
Oh, that's
So
great.
we're really excited to let you know that too,
Yeah.
that we're posting a video on social media about it so people can see anything behind the manufacture process of our balloons.
It sounds very transparent to me. So that's
Yeah.
good.
And that's the idea. That's the whole idea with Elitex, right?
Right.
Transparency, communication, and availability, ensuring that we have great quality, affordable
Yeah.
prices. All the thing that we do is to make sure that the artists are taken care of
Right.
from the
One,
get-go,
one
right?
thing I wanted to mention about that
Yeah.
is that there's a lot of we've gotten a lot of feedback from the industry, which has been amazing.
Yeah.
And we have several projects in the works right now to improve a few things, in terms of what they want, what the things that again, things that we can improve and do better.
Yeah.
The thing that I wanted to say is that these changes, even though they're on the work right now, it will take time before
Oh,
they hit the market.
of course.
So yeah, some people might not think about that or realize that these things do take time.
Yeah.
It could be 6 months, maybe even a year before we see whatever we're working on today.
Right. Right. No, absolutely. And I love what you and Carlos just said, and Kathleen, because the truth is the balloon industry, that's all they want. They want a company that listens to them and that cares, and that we need you, because the thing is we just had one go out of business, right? Well, we think they're out of business, right? Just saying, but we need good quality products because we're trying to go do gigs and we can't find what we want. We're in trouble, right? So we always want to support people who support us, and that's how that works. It's a partnership all the way around. You know what I'm saying? So that's how people look at it. Yeah, and it's so touchy because you're making balloons. It's a very very personal thing, right? We're making people happy, but yet we want to make sure we make our customers happy, and it's people are very particular about stuff. So okay. Going back to the 160s and 260s, it's going to be like you have 160s and 360s just testing. There's one color right now, right? To be but they'll have different colors and 260s. Great. So we're looking forward to trying that. And do you guys know approximately when after the testing that you'll have the 160s and 360s like available for people to buy?
Realistically speaking, probably beginning of next year. Because we're talking about, let's say just to give you some timelines, let's say we start testing ends by the end of this month. Next month we'll already say end of August. It takes about a month or two for manufacturing, so we're already like October. It takes 2 months. It takes 2 months of shipping. It's November, December. By the time that it makes it to the stores, it's another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with that said, one thing I want to clarify as well is that we want to ensure for all customers, the distributors and the actual end customers, by the artists, that we have our products when they are available. They are here at the United States. Our warehouse is in Texas, and the idea for us is to always have availability, right? This product, of course, that's a true timeline because it's a new product that's coming out, right? So that's why it takes a while. But once it's out, it's always going to be available at our warehouse, so the stores can be able to purchase the items, and they're going to be available everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So
within a week. Exactly. Within a week, it will be back at their stores.
Exactly.
Now, having said that, from a logistics on like a business side of things, the first year is tricky because you don't have history, right? I don't know how many 160s or 360s I'm going to sell. So I need to bring in enough to service the market, but not so much that I'm gonna like
Correct.
clutter my warehouse with material that may not sell and might even spoil because I didn't sell them, fast
Right.
enough.
Right.
So do give us a little bit of leniency at the beginning. The first year, we need to make sure that we get that sweet spot balance where I have enough material, but not too much or not too little.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit before we get that sweet spot.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Now was it you guys that mentioned something, Kathleen? I forget or was it Crystal on my Zoom that I had for everybody about something with the prints you guys are working
That was
on?
me.
Oh, that was you. Oh yeah, that was you. I'm sorry.
That was me.
Yeah, you were on.
Yeah, we're working on some prints. There's still discussions
right now.
I'm sorry?
Are you allowed to share what you're doing?
Yeah, I can share some stuff. So we're looking into some designs. We're looking into some designs to complement or to service the industry, mainly on different types of faces or like emojis, if you will, or different types of how do you call it, of designs.
Yeah.
One of the challenges that we have is the size of the balloon, the 6-inch. We can do 6-inch, we can do 12, and we can do 10-inch. But the machines are usually set up for the 12 inches, and we need to change some of the molds to make sure to be able to print on 6 inches.
Yeah.
And in order for it to be economically viable, we need to make a large amount.
Yeah.
So I am still looking with manufacturers to see what's the sweet spot, what's the minimum per design that we can manufacture. So again, that we can service the industry and still it's viable for everybody. So it's still in the works. I cannot give you an answer in terms as to when they're going to be available, but we're definitely working.
That's great. Well, that's great. Well, people want prints, so that's good. If they're good, they're gonna move. So that's good. That's awesome. Now, Crystal, I forgot the Crystal from All American Balloons. Sorry, who'll be a Bling Bling Jam, who has you guys as a line. She's very excited. She calls you guys an economical line, meaning she said it's going to be really good pricing, and that's huge to the artist. You know what I'm saying? So is that?
I rather the term a good value brand, because I think in terms of
said that. Sorry, I said it wrong.
No, I get it, but I see what you mean, because we from a price perspective, one of the things that we're trying to do is try to be on the lower end. So we are right now, from all the brands that Crystal sells within her store, we are the cheapest.
Yeah, great.
Having said that, I believe that in terms of value, what you get for what you pay, I think we have one of the highest values in the market. We have a very high quality product for a very competitive price.
Excellent.
Our three main core values are affordability, quality, and availability.
Oh, I like that. Is that value that you guys use internally? Or is that values you're using for everybody that buys from you? Is that public?
No, that is the values that we want to make sure that we have within the brand.
Just to give a little bit of like a comment behind why the value of the brand.
Yes.
Because as a balloon artist myself, being behind the industry, we know how expensive it can get for us.
For sure.
I don't really know about the twisters, but as a decorator, the prices have increased drastically.
Right.
So sometimes one day it's one price, and then probably 4 or 5 months later, double the price. Things like that we have seen on the industry. So for me, it was really hard sometimes, because I wanted to sell my work, my product. I wanted to do great art with the balloons that I was buying from the brands that I was buying, but I always ended up losing money, because I was charging a great price, but I always wanted to showcase my brand, showcase my
decoration, the art.
Yeah.
So it was really hard to get the money back from those jobs. So every time I wanted to exceed their expectations, exceed my client expectations, and I always ended up losing money because I wanted my art to look great. So that's one of the things that why we wanted to bring great quality at a lower price.
That's
Just
cool.
about why.
Okay. Well, that's huge as well. So that's exciting. Wow. Did you want to add anything on to that? Is there anything else?
No,
To the, no, I mean,
oh, I mean,
What
go
did you
ahead.
say?
I'm sorry.
I lost what you said. What did you say, Luis?
No, I was gonna say that she said it all. Like
Yeah.
that's really the
Yeah.
reason why. I mean, we know
Yeah.
that some artists that are starting or that their market
Yeah.
are more on the economical side.
I like the
I
value.
wanted
So got me
to
on
be able
that.
for them to be able to have access to a good
Yeah.
product.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Excellent. Excellent. Cool. So tell us what you foresee with Elitex's near future. What's the goal? I mean, I think talking to you guys, I don't want to speak for you guys, but talking to you guys and talking with Crystal, it sounds like you guys might be one of the main brands coming up. But again, I don't want to say the wrong thing. What is
We
your
want to
thought
take over the
about-
world. Like let's just say that we want to take over the world. But we know
Right.
there are some great products out there. We're not
Of
gonna
course. Oh no,
I
no,
mean, like,
no. Of course, we all use different products, but no.
absolutely.
But I like what you're
But
saying. Yeah. Go ahead.
we want to make sure that we can be, that our name is thought of and spoken at the same level as the big three brands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We want to make sure that we become one of the industry leaders, not only in North America but across the world.
Right.
We're starting in the U.S., but this is our home base.
Yeah.
But it's nowhere by any means like the vision is global.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, that's good because you'll have international people at Bling Jam that are going to ask you questions. I can already tell you that. So we have people from England and New Zealand coming, and some other places they're going to ask you.
and
absolutely.
we have had a lot of interest from South America, Central America,
Yeah.
Europe. It's been interesting how the brand has kind of like got their name out there. So we have been getting
Good.
a lot of interest, for the other countries to carry the brand. So I mean, hopefully, it's gonna be what you're saying.
Oh, I think you froze.
Oh.
That's okay.
That's it. One down. Two to go.
You come back
Oh,
eventually.
good. Technology. Yeah, that's great though that that you had some interest over there as well, and that doesn't surprise me. Everything's such a small world now, and I know I have some people coming from New Zealand, and they're having issues now with one of the major brands gone. They can't get balloons, so people are going to be asking lots of questions. I can tell you that. So
Looking forward to that.
yeah. It'll be it's going to be an interesting time for us artists trying the different samples of the balloons in the jam room, right? And you guys are going to learn a lot too, asking a lot of questions, and it's going to be huge. So everybody should take a lot of notes, which is great. So that's good.
And that's exactly what we want to hear from you guys. We want to hear from the artists themselves, what they think, and we want honesty. We truly want to hear exactly what you guys think. So if there's something that we're missing, you guys are the ones who know, right? You guys are the ones who know the industry. We want to hear
if you
from
don't
you
tell us, we can't possibly know. So that's why we're keeping an ear on the ground. And again, we're trying to react, or at the very least, consider every idea and opportunity. Does not mean that we're going to be implementing everything, but you can be for sure that we're going to be looking into it.
Yeah, exactly. And we are already like in the works of a lot of things coming down the pipeline, so that makes us so excited.
Yeah,
we can't talk about it yet. Once we have them, we can talk about it and go crazy. But like from things that artists have told us, there's things in the works for new products coming out.
That's exciting. That's great. Well, you're going to get a lot of questions at Bling Jam. My people are not quiet. They want to know.
Oh, that's awesome.
But you'll like the group. It's a very unique group that we have at my event. Some of them go to other events, but a lot of them don't. It is kind of my event. And again, all events are great, but we are the only deco twisting event. So which is amazing. So it's great. Wow. So, okay. Anything else you guys can share with us about Elitex, or anything that you think we missed? I don't know. Anything, you know, that you think is important, or do we get everything?
From you know, like the how we started, what the brand is, what we're trying to achieve, everything I think we've talked about. Availability, you know, we have several distributors already across the country. We're in the works to get even more, you know, down the pipeline. Do check out our website. They can take a look at all the distributors that we have
Yeah.
right now and see which one has either the availability or closest to them.
Right. Right. Perfect. And it's elitex.com, right? What's your website?
Elitex Balloons USA.
Sorry.
BalunsUSA.com.
Oh, okay. Perfect. You know what? We'll type in the description. I'll get the link and I'll put that in there for people. Okay. So people can easily
Okay, thank you.
have it. No problem. Of course. We want to make it good for you and good for everybody else to be able to find you guys. So that's great. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, of course. Of course. Well, this is great. This is exciting. Was there anything else or we got everything?
No. I think we
No,
did. I think we got everything. Yeah.
I think we did too. Well, this is exciting. So looking forward to meet you guys in person at the Bling Bling Jam. We have some industry professionals in the event business, hopefully coming through because they're always, like I was saying to, I was talking to Luis earlier, the balloon people are so funny. Everybody's last minute these days with the clientele is calling you last minute. Can you do with this big bouquet by tomorrow? It's like, no, I don't have the balloons. No, I don't have the manpower. And that's just the world we're living in right now. It's like, it almost seems like since COVID, it's at a whole nother level. Well, in Las Vegas, what you think is bad is a whole nother level of event stuff. It's like the phone's ringing. They're like, I mean, and you're thinking that things are they're not slow. Okay. So it's the event capital of the world. So we're gonna meet some interesting people, you know, for sure. And I think it's gonna be great. And I can't wait for people to try your brand and you know, and check it out. And it's gonna be awesome. So we appreciate what you guys are doing in the industry because, like I said, we need you guys. We need good balloon brands because we need to service our customers. So to me, this is great and it's great information. So anyway, with that said, everybody, listen, make sure you show them some love and put up a thumbs up or like, put a comment inside this. This is going on YouTube. They want to know. They're going to be checking it out when it debuts. If you're coming to Bling Bling Jam Live, they want to hear from you. Come by. If you're not coming to live, you're seeing this residually on YouTube, even 6 months or a year down the road, you can tell they want to hear from you. So they're going to be open to that. And that's what we're talking about. When we roll with stuff and we all, as artists, need the balloon companies, need to support them like they're supporting us. Well, we're thinking long-term too and not short-term with them. And that's how we roll, you know? So anyway, that's it. So thanks everybody. You guys have a good night. Thank you for sharing. And I'm going to see where this is going to air, but stay tuned. And again, thumbs up, comments. We love it. And we'll see you guys at Bling Bling Gym. Hey, everybody, bling it on. See you guys soon.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us.
Thank you, guys.
Go. Over and out.